So the calendar for season 3 will start, and this all of you know, in Hong Kong on October 9th. Then we will do a second second race in Marrakech on November 12th. The reason for this race is not only going to a new continent, but also to host this race at the same time as the COP22, the Global UN Summit for Climate Change. And we think Formula E shares the values of that meeting, and we can showcase the electric cars and I think multiply the effect of the message of Formula E by having a race at the same time and in the same city where the world leaders will be meeting to speak and to propose measures to fight climate change. Then we will have a very special event, which is not a race, but it is a race. It's what we call the FIA Electric Mobility Forum in Las Vegas on January 7th. This event is going to be a gathering of many relevant and key decision makers that attend the Vegas Consumer Electronics Show. Many of the most important companies in the world participate in the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. And not only consumer electronic companies, car manufacturers are there. Our partner BMW, for example, has a very big presence. Faraday Future last year was one of the main attractions of the Consumer Electronics Show. So we think it's very relevant to organize this event in Las Vegas. And at the same time, we will organize the first e-race in Las Vegas, with which I will give full details probably, or we will give Formula E full details at a later stage, because it's also very big news the way we're going to prepare that race. So I think we don't want to give all the news at the same time. But we're going to have this digital, virtual race in Las Vegas on January 7th. Then we will continue to Buenos Aires, a venue that we've been having from the beginning of the championship, beautiful racetrack in Puerto Madero on February 18th. We will go to Mexico on April 1st. This calendar has been done also with a priority, which is not to clash with WEC. As you know, we have many drivers who participate in the World Endurance Championship, and this championship does not have any clashes with WEC. The reason why we don't have a race in March and we have postponed by 1 week to the 1st of April is precisely that one. Then we have a round that will be announced in due course, and we are not disclosing the name of that venue, on April 22nd. Then we will go back to Monaco, back to where we were the first season, and I think this is a long-term plan to go to Monaco every 2 years. We will be in Monaco on May 13th. 1 week later, the first time we do a back-to-back race, we will go to Paris. We will go back to Paris on May 20. From Paris, we will go to Berlin, June 10th. We have reserved a date on June 24th to be announced. As probably many of you know, we are in conversations with London for the possibility to come back to London in the streets. We are also in conversations with other cities, such as Moscow. So we want to keep this date of June 24th open for an additional race. Round 10, and this is a race that is very close to my, personally to me, because I lived many years in that city when I was in the European Parliament. We have a race in Brussels on July 1st. This is a new race, and I think it's going to be a fantastic race in Brussels, and our promoter in Brussels is here. Congratulations for the inclusion in the calendar of Brussels. Then rounds 11 and 12 are going to be a double header in Montreal. And I want from here to thank the mayor of Montreal, who's done a great effort and he's been very, very, in his vision of clean mobility for the city of Montreal, has been very determined to get this race to Montreal. So we'll have 2 races in Montreal on July 15th and July 16th. And then the end of the season will close in New York. New York, the race will take place on July 29 and July 30. As you will see on the press release, there is an asterisk around New York. We are pending the last administrative authorization. So I want to insist we are pending the last administrative authorizations, because everything takes its time and its process. But we are very optimistic that this race will be the last race of next season, and it will be the first time ever, I think, that any championship has had a race in New York, because the race will take in the city of New York, will take place in the city of New York, as I say, when we get the final administrative authorization. So this is the calendar for season 3. As I say, I think it's a fantastic calendar. I think we have opportunity even to probably improve it a little bit with the gap or the reserve date that we have in June 24th. Let's see. We will see if we have a race, where is the race, or if we don't have any race. But either way, it doesn't worry me because this calendar already on its own is an extraordinary calendar.